Hi, welcome back to Making Sense Mondays with Sarah Shulman. And
Maria Fahrner.
our intention with this series is to make sense of essential oils and add our perspectives for the community at large that follows us. And so we both feel so strongly about the impact that essential oils have had on our lives, and we wanted to share that with all of you. So thank you for coming back on this Making Sense Mondays. And today I think we've decided that we were going to talk about Console, which is a doTERRA proprietary blend, which is typically what we're talking about. And so do you want to start it off, Maria?
Sure. So I just want to start with a little background right now. So for any of you who are dealing with fire, floods, loss in your family, I just want to offer my heartfelt condolences. We just recently had to evacuate our own home here in Montana due to a wildfire, and we have a lot of family and friends on the West Coast that are dealing with the fires there. And so we're at this just unprecedented time in history where there are so many issues that are affecting us. And I think that everyone is feeling this collective trauma or grief, sorrow, sadness, overwhelm. And I'm really seeing with a lot of the families that I'm working with, everybody is just kind of at this emotional exhaustion point. And whether it's individual crises that are happening in your family or whether it's this collective, we're all needing so much support right now. And so, we talk a lot about nutrition. We talk a lot about mindfulness, taking care of yourself, by getting out and exercising. And I know a lot of people these days haven't been able to get out because of the fires and the smoke, the air quality on the entire the entire western states. And now in the Southeast, we have, hurricanes and floods. So there's a lot going on. And then we also have the social unrest, the racial unrest. And so it's a time where everything is weighing very heavily. And so Console is a blend that doTERRA has created that is incredibly powerful. And the oils that are in Console are frankincense, patchouli, ylang ylang, labdaman, amyris, sandalwood, rose, and osmanthus. And these are all incredibly powerful oils that are great on a cellular level. They're very high vibration. They're going to up level us and uplift us. And so Console was really created to help deal with trauma, grief, sadness, loss. And it can really just help us adapt to this changing situation. And so I have so many stories of personal stories and then stories of people that I've worked with where just inhaling this has brought this immediate sense of peace and calm and a bit of for me personally, a bit of a letting go, an acceptance of, accepting the challenges that we can't change and then kind of moving forward with them. And so I really love to use this. Console you can get it in just the essential oil 5 ml size, or you can get it diluted with the coconut oil. And so I like this Console Touch where I can just roll it right on. I can put it in pulse points or on my wrists. And just the aroma is really, really, like I said, just calming. It's grounding. It's powerful. And really, because with aromatherapy, we're inhaling these scents and it's immediately going up through the olfactory zone to the amygdala, which is where we store our emotions and our trauma and grief. And it's just so quick acting. And so I love that I have something at my fingertips that I can breathe. And, after having evacuated from our home last week, it is this huge letting go. And then the relief of coming back and our home is still here, but knowing so many friends that have lost their homes and watching what they're dealing with. And so I've been sharing these oils a lot in our community lately and talking about them ever so much more. So.
Oh, great. Well, so maybe I'd like to hear a story, but I actually have a story that I'll share quickly. Because I think I've mentioned this before in the way I work with these oils is that I have the whole collection of the doTERRA oils, and I talk to people about what emotion they're actually suffering from, and then I have them without thinking, without anything, just smelling some of the oils that have been powerful and, in consoling someone because they lost their house or whatever. And so I think there was an incident where I think someone said that they were dealing with grief, but I didn't know anything. And so I let them smell all the oils, and it was like console was just like, oh my God, like, it just like brought her to her knees practically. It was like, oh, that just feels so good. Like she wanted to bathe in console. And then, she started crying and actually told me this just incredibly sad story that it was the anniversary of the death of her son. So, it's just amazing how powerful these oils are, that they can just bring up that emotion and help you, kind of process it in an instant. And so that's the part that's been so powerful for me. And so I'd love to hear one of your stories before we end. Do you have anything?
Yeah. Well, the oils just really speak to our heart. And I think that that's the piece. And so my personal story is, and for those of you that know about like chakras and working with the chakras, I was having some really intense feelings that I was really holding in my solar plexus. And a friend of mine who does chakra balancing with the essential oils was helping me. And so nothing was working. And finally she says, well, what do you think you need? And at the exact same moment, we both kind of, well, actually I thought of it, but she grabbed the console and she used the console. And the minute I smelled it, I could literally feel the sort of the unlocking of what I had been holding. And it's really interesting to see that scent worked so powerfully, so quickly. And also I'd been resisting it. And so it was really interesting to see that when we resist things and finally allow ourselves to, and like you said, the scent actually helped to just unlock that, and just, we could process our emotions. And I'm one that I do tend to hold on to my emotions a little bit tightly. And so the essential oils have been really powerful in helping to assist me in just releasing emotions that I don't need to be holding on to. So I'm sharing that one because I have a lot of other ones, but they're so personal to friends and family that I don't feel like I can really share those, but I can share my personal one. But I've just seen it over and over again with people that are dealing with profound sadness and loss and grief, where just smelling this has helped them immediately and immensely.
Yeah. So, well, that's awesome. And we hope that you can have some relief. And if you want to know how to get your hands on some console, feel free to reach out to either Maria or myself. Maria, how can they reach you?
Thefutureoffamily.com is a great way to reach me.
Yeah. And you can reach me at sarah.lshulman.com. So we look forward to hearing from you. If you want us to be talking about an oil that you love, please reach out. So thank you and have a wonderful day.
Take care.